As Captain America tries to fight Sentry, we see him easily overpowering him, then grabbing his shield and...
Sentry destroys the Marvel Universe. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Another comic stories banger, boys. What is this? Is this Captain America? That looks like Cap, right? I think it is.
Cap, look out!
Sentry is, without a doubt, one of the scariest and most brutal beings in the Marvel Universe, especially when he loses control. You see, in Marvel's Siege event, Norman Osborn becomes the head of U.S. superhuman security and replaces S.H.I.E.L.D. To maintain his power, he assembles a new team called the Dark Avengers, made up of villains posing as heroes, such as Daken acting as Wolverine, Bullseye acting as Hawkeye, and Norman himself taking the role of Iron Patriot using stolen Iron Man technology.
Oh, dude, I wish comic stories had some Daken stories we can, or Daken. I think it's Daken. I don't know if it's Daken, but I wish we had some stories of him that we could watch because I love Daken. Like, Daken is so far. Okay, I think Daken would be my favorite in terms of like the Wolverine family characters in the Wolverine family. I think Daken's definitely my favorite for sure.
In the story, Osborn and his team, alongside Sentry, decide to attack Asgard, believing that victory would cement his power and even help him take over the world. But when the siege begins, Sentry kills Ares, the god of war, weakening himself and giving the other heroes a chance of war. He kills...
He ripped him apart so hard that like his skin is just gone. His whole existence is gone. Nothing left but intestine and blood and whatever else. Some bone, I guess. Jeez.
Ares, the god of war, weakening himself and giving the other heroes a chance. But what if I told you there's a reality where...
But what if he hadn't been? What if he'd killed Ares days earlier, as we've just witnessed, and so was rested before going into battle? What if Norman Osborn won the siege of Asgard?
We see Sentry destroying everything, easily killing Luke Cage with a single punch and severing Thor's arm with one quick swipe, as Atau, the Watcher, observer of countless worlds and timelines, reveals just how unstoppable Sentry was.
The losses were devastating and demoralizing.
As Captain America tries to fight Sentry, we see him easily overpowering him, then grabbing his shield and...
Bro, he decapitated it with his own shield. Yo, no way.
Overpowering him, then grabbing his shield and...
With their spirit so broken, it was just a matter of time that their flesh would soon follow.
Always wondered how you taste.
Norman approaches Spider-Man, remembering that
Venom over here fighting Spider-Man still, and they all gotta worry about Sentry, like...
past battles, and tells him that he wants to indulge in a long-held fantasy. So he grabs him and unmasks Peter, who calmly jokes about it, realizing this is the end. Norman then looks at his face, simply says, "Interesting," and then flies away. But as he does, Tony...
I'm mad at he said this is like this is something he's been wanting to do for so long, and he finally does it, and he's just like, interesting.
Stark arrives, along with reinforcements from the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Tony tries to take control and override Norman's suit, just like they stopped him in the original story. But as he does, Bullseye shoots Tony with a Norse god's weapon as the massacre continues, and Daken kills Cyclops, while the Dark Avengers slaughter the remaining heroes.
Scott.
Doom appears and tells Emma Frost to go with him, explaining that he needs her if they're going to stop Sentry. They quickly teleport to Utopia, an island where mutants live together safely, and Doom explains that it may be the only place left secure from Osborn. He begins laying out the plan, and that's when we see Loki there. At the same time, Osborn speaks with the President of the United States, who confronts him, calling Osborn insane and blaming him for killing the Avengers. However, Osborn simply says he did what had to be done, and then instructs his team to travel to Washington, D.C. and kill the president.
Imperious
Bullseye falls to the ground while Emma and Doom tell the others that they are ready. That's when we see Loki bringing Sentry to them. It is then revealed that Sentry's wife was killed in this story by Bullseye because Norman wanted to unleash Sentry's powers during the siege event. Emma reveals everything to him, telling him that he has been fighting for the wrong side. Bullseye keeps screaming that they are lying, so Emma decides to show Sentry the truth. But that's when we see Sentry being consumed by the void, his dark side, and he then grabs
Yo, this man does not play.
Side and
What? Wow, okay.
he then grabs Bullseye, looks him in the eye, and
What happened next was like a dam bursting.
the Watcher explains that after this, the Void completely takes over Sentry. The Void then instructs Dr. Doom to beg if he wants to live, but Doom simply responds that Doom never begs. So after this, the Void turns to Norman. He reveals that Reynolds, Sentry's human side, has learned the truth about his wife. Norman smiles, telling him that he did this for him, that he did it so the Void could finally be free, and asks why the Void is trying to kill him now. And the Void responds that he will kill him simply because he no longer needs him.
Heroes, villains, and even gods fell before Reynolds' might. So what hope did mere men and their machines have? None at all.
And in the end, we see the Watcher telling us how he watched it all, as we see the Earth in the background being consumed by the Void.
Wow. Let me know what you guys thought about that down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Sentry destroys the Marvel universe. That was insane.
The Void.
I never knew what the actual form of the Void looked like, so that was cool to see too. GG's, GG's. That was a dark one. I like when we watch these brutal ones because they're just so shocking, you know.